Freshman year was the year I discovered that being inebriated during school hours was the quickest way to have those school hours end so I could go home and goon and fall asleep. That being said, I'm gonna tell you about the unfortunate endeavors of how I got so fucking high. People thought I was insane. So it was a story like no other. Everyone just packed into the bathroom, just like want to get a hit off of anything. I'm pretty sure somebody had a crack pipe inside that bathroom. Being said, I decided to like go on my usual route. I don't want to go too deep into the details of the things that I smoke. Oh, I smoke. I'm so cool. I'm so cool. Ooh, I smoke, I smoke. But anyway, I did smoke. Decided to hit up a Mexican guy. And I'm gonna warn you right now, if you're hitting something from a Mexican person, it's probably laced. I don't know, like, I don't want to come off as racist, but every time I hit something from a Mexican guy, it was some of the most hardest, insane, crackhead shit that I ever put inside my body. It was some of the most craziest shit that I've ever done, and it was always from a Mexican guy. No other race can top the Mexicans when it comes to shit that you put inside your mouth. Anyway, without further ado, I hit him up. Everything's going well. He's all jolly and shit. He says, do you want to get fried? And I'm like, oh yeah, baby, I want to get fucking fried. I want to get so fucking fried. I want to be drooling, and drool that I did. Because when I hit it, that fucking pin, I was on a whole nother plane of existence. I'm talking about, I coughed so hard, I thought that I was actually finna die. Little did I know that I would fucking die. It was some of the most insane, grotesque shit that ever exited my body. It tasted like nothing like the flour that I was previously used to. It was just diabolical. It was just from the taste profile to the way it exited on my body. I was just going through inside that bathroom stall. I was just lifting up my leg. I was just coughing. Holy shit, this is not weed. This has to be like some like salvia shit. Probably was salvia, because when I walked out that bathroom, I could only describe as horrors as I just looked around and everything was in 30 frames per second. Drop it to 20 frames per second, 10 frames per second. I felt like I was playing on a shitty MacBook. It was some of the most diabolical, earth-shattering shit, and boy, it gets even crazier. Because like, when I exited out the bathroom, we had to go to a freshman assembly inside the gym. And man, like, that would be easier said than done when you're sober. But trying to do that shit when you're high is trying to take a piss inside the dark. It is some of the craziest, most earth-shattering shit. Like, I gotta reiterate, I was going through it. I was seeing some of the most profound shit. I think I saw Jesus. Jesus was very fucking mad. And Jesus was Asian. He was so fucking pissed off at me. He was like, why did you do that? You piece of shit. Now you're finna fucking die. And I'm like, no, Jesus, please. Jesus, please. I don't want to die. And little did I know, I would fucking die. So I was like trying to like just go back to my class because I didn't want to go to the fucking gymnasium. I didn't want to experience the torture in front of 1,000 live audience people. I just like seeing eyes and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't want to go in there. So what I went instead was I tried to go to the 3rd floor to my class. Boom, there's a teacher there, and they're doing a hall sweep to get kids inside the gymnasium. And I'm like, oh fuck. And it was these other good girls, and then I was like trying to like skip with them, right? But like they was trying not to get caught as well. And so we ended up getting caught, and then I just ran to the gymnasium, and boy, that's when this trip really began. I'm talking about I was in 3rd person. I was seeing some of the most profound shit ever. I was inside a world where everybody was demons, and they was mocking me and shit. They was staring into my soul. They knew what I did as a 12-year-old when I was like trying to like cross the street, but I accidentally stepped on a bunny or some shit. It was some of the most craziest, diabolical shit. I was in a whole nother realm. I was not human in a sense. I was in that fucking gymnasium, just like drooling. I was just looking around like I was like trying to find an answer to why I'm fucked up like this. And so I look around and like everything just looks like I was in like a video game. I was just looking up at the ceiling. It was like fucking spiraling entities, like chanting my name and shit. I was just seeing the most profound shit. I would just close my eyes and I would be transported to a world where I was in like I was just like swinging at crabs and shit, and then like they would swing back, and then nothing made sense. Nothing made sense. Like I remember I closed my eyes and I was playing golf with Tiger Woods, and then like my fucking like golf swinging bat or whatever the fuck it's called, golf club, it was a fucking ham sandwich. And then I was hitting dingers and shit, but then like I started hearing like bells and shit, and like people was just like noticing. People were really noticing. Mocked or some shit. I thought I was in hell. I probably was in hell. So to walk back to the classroom was the worst part. People knew that I was high. Like a fucking Helen Keller would have known that I was high. I was so out of my mind. I would just like walk, and then like I was just like flew. I didn't even remember to walk back to the classroom. I would like let my head down, close my eyes. I would shake so fucking bad. Then I was transported to like a casino where it was just like fucking slot machines, just slotting around. I think I won money, but then like the money wasn't real, so I didn't even. So I woke up and then so I looked at my fucking friends. My friends are laughing. They're laughing their ass off. They're like, "This is why I don't smoke. This is why I don't smoke." See, if you smoke weed, you're finna grow a third test score or some shit, and you're finna like fall off or like rocker. I fell off my rocker. I did, but little did they know I was going through the worst experience of my life. I'm talking about this is the most profound trip I ever had. Even for an experienced veteran like me, this was the craziest, most profound shit. I was shaking. I think I was gonna throw up. And so the story gets fucking worse because I was at like the fucking truants of my trip. I was one with the laced yard that I had just had hit. I was at a point of no return. I was so fucking high. The teacher asked me if I was okay, then I looked him dead in his eyes. I seen a child in him fade away as soon as I asked this question. To this day, I don't know why the fuck I did it. It was some of the most dumbest shit you could ever ask a teacher. Even if you're sober, you probably want to ask the teacher this. I looked at him dead in his eyes. With full sincerity, I was like, do I look high? I said it with a straight fucking face. With a straight fucking face. I wasn't bullshitting. He knew that I wasn't bullshitting. It was like, no. And then I put my head down. Fatal mistake. Because I remember, like 20 minutes later, like police dogs came into the classroom. They were sniffing around. They didn't find the culprit because I didn't have nothing on me at the time because, I just hit it and like just gave it to my other friend. And man, the fucking ending to the story, like I'm talking about, like I was shaking so bad I think somebody was recording me shaking and then like put like a twerk video song or soundtrack over it or some shit. So there's a video of me like shaking to a fucking twerk song, and so that's out there. And yeah, so long story short, man, don't smoke